Welcome to Youth Unfiltered.
The show where we move away from the grooving and the turning up and instead focus on the actual issues affecting our youth today, featuring actual youth, completely unfiltered. Today, I've got three people with killer EQ here to talk about why mental health matters. Help me introduce King Shiba, Refilwe, and Mawande. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Okay, let's get right into it. This is one of my favorite topics on earth, mental health. So I don't think anybody's mental health wasn't affected by like 2020. I think everybody just, if you were having a good time in 2019, I'm so sorry, but things got bad, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like now conversations around mental health are a bit easier to have, or is it still pretty much the same?
I don't think it's easy. Because the society has that thing of when you say I am depressed, they'll be like how, ganjani? I think we need to teach our society more and be realistic and accept that there's this thing that we call mental illness. Yes.
King?
I would say the conversation has been initiated.
Sure.
Still a long way to go.
I think, it has been easier. I mean, a lot of people are talking about mental health now. They open now. I don't think the stigma has a bit been like reduced. So I think there's been a positive progress to the speaking of mental health. Yeah.
True.
Mental health in my family has progressed. My family has become very aware of our feelings. My parents always ask us questions about how our day is going and how school is, and they're very mindful of how we feel.
We don't talk about it too much. I remember once my dad told me about depression. We were talking about it, and he said he'll never be depressed because it's like a pit that you dig yourself into, and he'll just never dig himself into that kind of hole with his thoughts. My family's stance on it is that it's there, but you kind of choose it for yourself, which I'm not sure if it's accurate.
So mental health is not something that we have been taught, because I come from rural areas. In rural areas, mental health is not something that our parents are well informed about. So if I tell my mom that I'm depressed, I can say they don't really care because they are not well informed about mental health.
But one day, how do you feel like cultural backgrounds influence the way mental health is perceived? Because we know the households we came from.
Okay, I'm gonna speak obviously because I'm African.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming out, especially with black people, but be strong, but that's why I feel like now times have changed, right? If the youth can speak to the parents, enlighten them, bring them into the conversations, and hey, I actually have a problem. I'm not doing this because I want attention or anything. I think that would help also, especially in the African cultures, that would help. Because I know with other cultures, it's easier to talk about it.
I think the best way is to actually block all of those toxic people and speak your truth. If I am depressed, whether mama is accepting it or not, I am depressed and I'm going to take my time to deal with this. What I need from you as a parent is for you to support me. Because families, like black people, they will trigger you and they will not see anything wrong with that. So it is my duty, the mental what person, to say, you are not good for me. This is not good for me. I'm going to focus on this. By me doing so, they will learn along the way.
Yes.
They will learn, if she shuts me out, I need to approach her in a very different way so that I can get through to this. I mean, my mother, she's 60. She doesn't know anything about depression.
I'm just going to build on her point on the spirituality in regards to the mental health. Black families often spiritualize it. Sometimes it's not spiritual thing. It's just that you're depressed. You need to get help.
That's, man, I can speak for one. I got diagnosed with depression at 17, got the medication, went home, and Mams was like, hi, asithatha amapilisi wena.
Okay.
Aswathatha ipilisi if unenhloko. Yes. Yeah, well, we can take something. But those other things, no, man, surely there's another way to do this. So Definitely, I hear you guys.
When it comes to mindfulness, I'm more of like a outspoken person. I like speaking about my emotions, so I speak to my family about it.
To me, I think a lot. I'd rather like think and think and think if I have a problem, if I'm not feeling well, I'll ask myself, why am I not feeling well? You know, how can I feel better? So just thinking a lot is my idea of practicing mindfulness. When things get hectic for me and I'm feeling under a lot of stress, I usually just go out and I socialize. Socializing sort of like recharges my batteries. You tend to forget about what you're thinking about.
When things get tough, I watch series, Suits, I watch Naruto, like animation in general.
Are there different ways that you sort of help your mental health or practice self-care rather?
Okay, I'm an introvert sometimes. I would stand in front of the mirror and speak about things that I can't speak about them to people.
Sure.
Because I was raped by my cousin from 7 years to 10 years. I didn't say anything about it. You know, I was raped when I was 17. I didn't say anything about it. But now when I come out and say these things, you'll ask me, why were you quiet? You know, so those things, they trigger me. So I just move away from social media and then be me and speak about this and question myself as if I'm questioning the next person, then I would cry. That's the most important thing. It helps me to cope and to actually go out and deliver my best, because I can't always come here and, you know, Sibu, I was raped and it affects me. No, people need the best of me sometimes.
Sure.
So my surroundings, they don't have to always sympathize with me. You know, I need to deal with it.
I started seeking out help, right? That I was in, I think, my second year of varsity. Okay. Yeah, that was the focus on varsity, and they offered those free counseling things. So something was in me was like, just do it. I mean, what can you do? And I could feel as well, like, I'm not myself. Like, I was by myself, I lived by myself. So I went there, and then speaking first, that's when I opened, I noticed, like, okay, actually, I have a problem. And then journaling was another thing that really helped. Writing things down, speaking, whatever, that helped. And then I'm also like I don't like crowds also. So for me, I'm all about nature. So like just walking, driving as well with music blasting. That's another, yeah.
In this economy.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I know, but I mean, whatever that helps you.
I'm a musician, so I'd compose a lot of songs. If it's not music, I watch a lot of comedy just to switch off. Yeah. That's my coping mechanism.
I love that. I love that. I'm just imagining you sad and you put on a comedy show. Laughs come out and you almost forget about everything that's going on. I love that. So we've arrived at my favorite part of the show, the part where we get to cancel anything, a thing, a concept when it comes to mental health. I will start, okay? You are never too young to get your mental health in check. I think a lot of parents maybe wait till their kids are a little bit older to deal with real problems before they maybe take their kid to the doctor.
I would like to cancel the narrative that depression or mental health is a white man disease. It's everyone suffers from mental health. That's what I'll cancel.
I would like to cancel toxic people, whether family, friends. If you're toxic, thank you.
I'd like to cancel the narrative that you can't openly go ask for help or seeking help. Especially if taking antidepressant tablets work for you. If it works for you, then yeah.
Yeah, guys, your mental health matters. It matters a lot. So take care of yourself.